will be a touchdown.
How did you
for the
pick
wrong
that?
team.
Wow, what a surprise.
You guys got a lot of
What a
gall.
surprise.
A lot
Pick.
of gall. Talking about Trevor Lawrence. Hey, guy made it as far in the playoffs as Josh Allen did this year. Y'all talking all this trash.
Jones is doing the gritty in the Pro Bowl.
He also threw a dime. I saw him throw a
I don't
touchdown
remember
in
that
that
one.
stupid
So
game.
Stefan. Wonderful IUPUI hosting Green Bay. Vincent Brady the second. With what some people are calling the dunk of the year. The Jaguars win. They break an 11-game losing streak and make Weird and Wonderful in the 2 spot. Moving on to the Weird Lakers, Pelicans. LeBron goes into the stands. I like this. He's been showing a lot of heart and hustle jumping into the stands. I still think all the seating is too close, and I think it endangers players, but it does make for a good highlight. New Orleans wins.
Yeah, saw it.
2-8 in their last 10. Wonderful Magic Hornets. Markelle Fultz.
Don't you have the New Orleans in the finals?
Yeah. Are they not good?
Oh, okay. Oh, I don't know. I just didn't know if you had them in the finals.
Well, as soon as Zion gets healthy, we'll be good. Markelle Fultz. Magic wins.
That's a
Risky Magic one.
Kyrie-esque move.
Weird. Grizzlies Trailblazers. Tyus Jones, I've never seen this play in my history of watching basketball. The no-look steal from Tyus Jones. The Grizzlies lose again. They've lost 8 of their last 9. And finally, the wonderful Clippers in the Garden. Norm Powell on Julius Randle. Oh, no. Clippers win that one in overtime, and that's a Weird and Wonderful from the National Pastimes. Let's check in on the Lakers. You know, we'll always have the Lakers photoshops of Kyrie and the Lakers jerseys. Rob Pelinka still has his picks. Russ still on the team. And the Lakers have the 3rd worst record in the West. LeBron telling Mike Wilbon today that he's disappointed. Take a listen.
Well, definitely disappointed. I can't sit here and say I'm not disappointed on not being able to land such a talent, but someone that I had great chemistry with and know I got great chemistry with on the floor that can help you win, championships.
Are you personally saddened?
No, listen, I was not as certain as everyone else. If you guys remember on Friday, I said I thought the Mavs would be interested in Kyrie. I laid out almost the exact trade that they ended up making. It was pretty clear that there were going to be other teams that were similarly desperate to the Lakers for an infusion of talent, that they would close their eyes and pretend the last 8 years of history haven't happened, and they would gamble on Kyrie Irving. But now that we know, Brew, the Lakers put on the table Russell Westbrook and 2 first-round picks, they should be calling the Wizards, the Bulls, and the Jazz, in that order. The first call I would make is to Washington, Brew, and I'd offer this. And I know what some of the audience is thinking, which is, why would the Wizards trade Bradley Beal? And the answer is 5 years, $250 million. I think they regretted that extension, which kicked in this year the moment it signed. He has 4 years, $200 million left on it. And if they want a chance to actually rebuild, one of the only players in the league you could trade 1 for 1 and have $0 coming back on would be Russ. So that's the first call I would make. The next call I would make, Brew, would be to the Bulls. My opening offer would be Zach LaVine for Russ and the 2 picks. We're going to throw in the big penguin, Andre Drummond, to make the money work. And if they're not interested in that, then I would say, okay, what about DeRozan, the big penguin, and Alex Caruso? Because the Bulls are not going anywhere. Caruso obviously fits with LeBron and fits with the Lakers. If they say no, then I do something that, listen, nobody really wants to do ever. I call Danny Ainge. I'm like, hi, Danny. And good to talk to you. Yeah, we have picks for you. Okay, you want to hear about it? First offer would be Collin, Clarkson, and Sexton. And if Ainge tries to squeeze you a little bit and says, can't do Sexton, we like him, he's young, then switch out for Malik Beasley. You got to make one of those 5 trades, Brew. If you want to be viable, if you want to have a chance, you've got to make one of those 5 trades. And I think they all make sense to varying degrees. And now it's up to Rob Pelinka to get the job done.
Okay, if they don't mind putting them up on the screen again, I'll kind of comment on each one. I love the Bradley Beal one. I'm with you. I don't know what Washington's been doing over the years and why Bradley just is happy staying in Washington when they have no chance to win. He's getting paid, but I love that, obviously. He would solve their shooting problems. The question with Beal is he hasn't really been the greatest health guy, right?
Sure.
The last 4 years, he hasn't played more than 60 games. That may give Rob Pelinka pause, but as far as the fit, love it. All right, Zach LaVine, same thing. Zach, but I don't think the Bulls are ready to trade him. I think they view him as a part of their future, their rebuild.
I think that's right.
But it isn't working. Clearly, he's a guy that going forward could theoretically be, he and AD building blocks even as LeBron gets older or maybe isn't even on the team. So I like that as well, although I'm not sure the Bulls want to make that move. DeMar is a better fit than Westbrook, but not a great fit. DeMar is not a shooter, all right? He shoots fewer than 2 3-pointers a game. He can score, but he's a mid-range guy. So now you'd have LeBron, AD, and DeMar kind of all in that mid-range. It doesn't help your three-point shooting, which is a problem. And then Utah, here's my thing with those Utah proposals. Is Sexton, is he an upgrade over Dennis Schroeder? I'm not so sure. All right, Jordan Clarkson, we know he's a scorer. But, Nick, they're 6th in the league in scoring. The Lakers, and that's with AD missing half the season. Their problem isn't offense as much as we talk about their lack of three-point shooting, their lack of, chemistry with Russell Westbrook. Offensively, they are fine. They don't D. And so I'm not sure that those Jazz offers answer that question.
So go ahead, Wilds. I'm sorry.
No, I have a mischievous answer.
Okay,
a controversial answer, Brew, that might just melt the sun. Where we're at 25 and 29, 13th place, 2 games from the play-in, 3 games behind the Mavs for 6. You know what you could do, Brew? Just win some games. You got OKC and Milwaukee at home. You got Golden State and Portland away. You come back home, Pelicans, Golden State, and then you're away to see Kyrie in Dallas. It's 6 games before you play Kyrie. Why don't you win 5 games? Is that too much to ask for? I know we have to move heaven and earth to get the Lakers into the play-in.
No, that's
you got
not
more
what it
talent
is.
than the Thunder. Win some games.
Is making sense.
No,
Nick.
but that's fine. But
win some games.
Hold on, but that is not an answer, nor is it analysis. They're always trying to win games. Why can't they? Why? So this is where I will. You do have to give an actual take on this.
Why?
Is it because LeBron is not playing well enough? Is that the reason? Does LeBron need to play better?
Hold on.
They need to
That's
win
part
games.
of it.
Nick,
they have 2. They're the only team with 2 top 10 players.
Got it.
And they got some role players that are decent. They got 3 top 75 players. 2 of them putting up huge numbers. One of them slightly out of his prime in Westbrook.
Hold on.
They do
Hold on
have
a
to win some
guys.
games. They're scoring. They don't defend.
Guys, can we quickly show what Russ is doing on the offensive side of the ball this year? Russ has been, here's a spoiler alert if you can't read that, guys. Blue is bad.
Well, stop
you
shooting
want
those.
red. They're layups, Wilds. Look at their layups. It's all blue with the layups.
Coach the team.
So, okay, right. But the coach, everyone's killing Darvin Ham for his rotations. He doesn't have options. You got Patrick Beverly playing crunch time. You're mocking LeBron for them losing to the Pelicans. Beverly made 1 shot in that Pelicans game, and it was an attempted alley-oop that he threw so poorly it went in.
Was that a 3?
This guy's playing crunch time. LeBron is playing like a top 8 player. AD is playing like a top 8 player. If you need Wilds, it is a team sport. The proof is in the pudding. If it was that LeBron is not holding up his end, so be it. If it was that AD is not holding up his end, which you can say because of the injuries, so be it. But we all agree those guys are playing at an all-NBA level. So why can't they win? If you guys want to say
Patrick Beverly's fault. It's Patrick Beverly.
The entirety of the roster outside of the top 2.